Hey everybody, it's Josh here from Marketplace Superheroes, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you a no money down Amazon selling strategy that you can get started with right away. This is the exact same strategy that I used to get myself started back in 2013, and the strategy that went on to support myself and my family through a very difficult time in our lives. So it involved products just like this. No doubt some of you have these exact type of products laying around your home. Video games, books, board games, jigsaw puzzles, games consoles, movies, things that you bought or that have been bought for you as gifts that honestly just sit on the shelf gathering dust, not being used. The good news is that a lot of these products actually hold a secret fortune. So what I did was I downloaded the Amazon Seller app onto my phone, and you need to have an Amazon Seller account in which to actually do this. And on the app there's a little camera icon. You click the camera icon, you hold the product up, you find its barcode and you give it a scan. So what I'm going to do for the rest of this video is I've put together a big spreadsheet. I've done all the research on all of these products, matched them up to their Amazon listing, worked out how much I'd be left with after fees, and the total amount was mind-blowing. So we're going to switch over to my browser right now, and I'm going to show you the spreadsheet, show you all the totals, and pick a few products and just have a look at them in more detail. Alright, so I put together this spreadsheet detailing everything, all these things that I found from around my home, put them all together, matched them up to the Amazon listing, and I'm going to walk you through. So I'm not going to walk you through everything because there's a lot here. What have we got? Like, let's see, 67 different products on this list that I found from around the home. This was literally, it took me about an hour with my phone going and scanning all these different products. Some of them weren't, some of the things that I found weren't selling for a whole lot and wouldn't have given me any kind of proceeds after the sale had happened, after Amazon's fees had been taken into account. So this here is what's left from those efforts. So anyway, let's take a look down. First off, I've recorded the price. This is the current asking price, the lowest current asking price for the used condition of all these different products. So all the way down here, the grand total that I came up with, £1,667.95, which if we just go to Google and type that in US dollars, we can see what that converts to, just so you can get an idea if you're watching from the United States. And there it is, $2,126.78. Now, of course, that's the selling price. That's how much it's being listed for. That doesn't mean that's how much we're going to get after fees, because if you're utilizing Amazon's FBA service, which I do recommend that you do, you'd be shipping these into Amazon's fulfillment centers where they're stored, picked, packed, and shipped to your customers when the orders have been placed. That's not, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. That would incur a slight, there would be some cost involved in that, because you'd need to just get them labeled and get them sent in, so there would be some expense there. But if you wanted to keep this strictly no money down, you could list these as what we call FBM offers, fulfilled by merchant, which means you pick, pack and ship from your own home. So that keeps it no money down. But low money down would be sending these into Amazon's fulfillment center and have them do it for you, have them do the storage, picking, packing and shipping. So these costs, these numbers are worked out based on it being FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. And this net proceeds box, what that means if you're unfamiliar with the term, that's essentially how much I'd get after Amazon's fees had been taken into account. So I pulled this information from the app. I do use a different tool on my browser, as you'll see. So let's pick one of these as an example. So the first one here, we have this is a game guide that my son got and he doesn't use anymore. He's played the game, completed the game, so he's not going to use the guide anymore. So I figured let's get it sold. And what I see many people do with these types of products is they give them away to charity shops, which, okay, it's nice for charity, but of course if you're somebody who's looking to start a business, then this is inventory that you've got access to at your fingertips that you don't have to go and find, because it's already there, you already own it, there's no expense to put out. Otherwise, people would be selling these in yard sales, garage sales, car boot sales, those types of things, or some people even just throw this kind of stuff away because they're unaware of the fact that they have value. So let's just go back to my spreadsheet here and see we have a price of £18.76. Again, I'm based in the UK, so this is a UK, Amazon UK, but the exact same principles apply whichever country you're in. So the sale price is populated with $24.99. This is Buybot Pro. It's a tool that we use to be able to calculate fees and see how many times a month the product is selling and all that kind of good stuff. Slightly different from the Amazon Seller app that I talked about earlier on, but it's easier for demonstration purposes here. But if I wanted to see how many other people are selling this in used condition, then I can just scroll on down and there will be a button that says, it says here, new and used 24 from £18.42. So you may recall that price from there, 18.76. So it looks like the price may have slightly changed since I did my research there, it's gone down by a few pence. But in any case, £18.42. It's actually an Amazon warehouse deal. So this is one that looks like it's been damaged, and it's been listed as in used acceptable condition. So products are available. You can sell on Amazon in multiple different conditions under the used banner. So we have used, like new, very good, good, and acceptable. And of course, it's our job to grade these products and list them and price them accordingly. So if I were to go with that £18.42, I can put that in the sell price. I'm going to leave the buy price blank because it's mine already. It was a gift, I think. This one particularly was a Christmas gift a few years ago, not been used since, and so there's no physical cost attached to it. So what I'd be left with after fees is £8.83, and that actually includes a month's storage, which wouldn't have been taken into account on here in my net proceeds. I'm showing £9.24. So if I were to remove the storage fees, no doubt it would come out very, very close to that. So £8.95, the storage was a little bit more. So slightly out on my numbers just here, but that's the difference between the Amazon Seller app, which is probably more accurate in terms of the fees that I'm going to pay, versus BuyBot Pro, which is a third-party tool. So that's a book, a video game guide as an example. Now, if I look back down this list, I have lots of other products, lots of video games. Again, we're a family, we play video games, but perhaps you are too. Perhaps you're not into video games. Maybe you won't have quite as many as I've got, but what you might have is books or DVDs. And let's look at DVDs, because I do have a couple of examples of DVD box sets. In fact, they're not strictly DVDs, they are 4K movies, but the same thing. I'm struggling to find my list, so I'm just going to do a quick search, because I know I have the Matrix trilogy, and I also have the Batman: The Dark Knight trilogy. So let's go with the Dark Knight trilogy. I'm going to grab the ASIN, which is the unique product catalog listing on Amazon's platform, and there it is. This is the set that I have. New price is £39.97, but we have the used price here as £32.11. It is actually still factory sealed in its cellophane. You can see I actually bought it from Amazon back in 2022. But of course, if you don't have receipts and invoices for these types of things, then it's best not to list them as in new condition, even if they are, because if Amazon asked you for proof of authenticity, you'd be unable to provide it. Whereas if you sell it in pre-owned condition, you're not going to get those kinds of requests. So I'll just alter that price to the used selling price of £32.11. And once again, this is just recalculating. It's going to take a few seconds. There we go, £23.72. It's referred to as profit. I guess it's how much we're going to have left over after Amazon's fees have been taken into account. And if we wish to see what the kind of breakdown of those fees would be, it shows you here under total costs. So if we hover over, we can see the referral fee, which is Amazon's commission, is £4.91. The closing fee, it's a variable closing fee that happens in certain categories, so that's an additional 50p. Storage fee is 3p. For one single month, and the FBA fulfillment fees, that's the cost for Amazon to pick, pack, and ship that product once it's been sold. So it's important to note that we don't get charged this cost until the item has sold. The only fees that we pay on a monthly basis would be storage, and again, that's if you're sending your products into Amazon's fulfillment center. If you don't want to do that and you want to keep this as a strictly no money down strategy, then you just go ahead and list it as an FBM offer, fulfilled by merchant, where you're going to pick, pack, and ship from your own home, which is exactly how I got started when I started in 2013. I used to store, pick, pack, and ship all of my own items. So that's a 4K Blu-ray box set. There was also some Lego. My children had some Lego sets that they have that have just been sitting around. They haven't built them, and so there's no sense in them just sitting on the shelf. They're probably not going to use them, and so I'm going to look this one up here. We have Spider-Man mech set. So this is, again, still brand new and sealed in the box, but I've priced it slightly different from how it is new, because I wouldn't be listing this as new, because it is, whilst it is new condition, I don't have a receipt or an invoice to back up and prove authenticity. It's showing here at $39, so I've actually priced this at $24.99 to be more conservative in how much we might look to achieve if we were listing it in used condition. And again, whilst that loads, there's we have £18.14 is the net proceeds. So you can see from this example that no doubt, like I said at the beginning, you guys have products like this laying around your home, video games, DVDs, books, jigsaw puzzles, all that kind of stuff that maybe you don't use, you've never opened, you don't ever plan on using, and it's just cluttering up your home. You could turn all that stuff into cash to kickstart your Amazon business and get you started with your very own Amazon reselling business. Isn't that amazing? That's exactly how you go about getting started with your very own no money down Amazon business. But it gets more exciting because the opportunity is bigger than what you've seen right here. Much, much bigger. Because this is just starting with products that you have from around your home. But there is actually a way that you can find these products on a regular basis from other places to make this an actual business. My business partner, Stephen Summers, and I are going to be doing a live training where we deep dive into exactly how this strategy works in detail and how you can continue to grow and scale your original no money down business so that you can invest very small amounts of money and make nice big margins that most of your competitors will not believe. So if you look below this video in the description, there'll be a link where you can register for that free training where we're going to be going deep into this strategy and how you can implement it to build and scale your very own Amazon business. So be sure to click the link below, go get yourselves registered, and we look forward to seeing you on the live training.